It's 1:07 in the morning. The house is quiet. Nobody needs anything from you. Your phone is finally down. The lights are off. And your brain says, "Remember that thing you said in 2019?" Of course, perfect timing. Now you're replaying the conversation, then remembering an email you forgot to answer, then thinking about something you need to do Thursday, then wondering whether you offended somebody 6 months ago, then planning an entire project you were not even thinking about an hour ago. And somewhere in the middle of all of that, you remember that you're supposed to be asleep. So now you're thinking about that too. If your mind seems to get louder exactly when the world gets quiet, this one is for you. This is Wisdom from the Porch with GP. There is something frustrating about being exhausted and still not being mentally quiet. Your body can be tired. Your eyes can be heavy. You can know you need sleep. And yet your mind suddenly feels like somebody turned all the lights on. For some people with ADHD, nighttime can be especially difficult because the external stimulation of the day finally drops away. During the day, there's noise, movement, conversations, tasks, messages, deadlines, and decisions, other people needing things from you. All of that competes for attention. Then night comes, and the competition disappears. What's left? Your thoughts. Every one of them apparently standing in line. There can also be a transition problem. Stopping one activity and moving into another sounds simple. But transitions can take more effort than people realize. You're not only getting into bed, you're shifting from doing to not doing, from stimulation to stillness, from responding to releasing control. And if your brain has spent the whole day running on urgency, stimulation, or momentum, quiet can feel less like relief and more like hitting the brakes at 70 miles an hour. Then there are the memories. Why does something from 5 years ago suddenly feel urgent at 1 in the morning? Maybe it's an embarrassing moment, something you wish you had said differently, a mistake, an awkward interaction, something somebody said to you, something you said to them. And now your brain is reopening the file. No appointment, no warning, just, since you're awake. Here's what can make that experience so difficult. At night, there's often nothing competing with the thought, so it feels bigger. During the day, that memory might pass through your mind and disappear in 30 seconds. But at night, you can give it 45 minutes. You examine it, rewrite it, judge it, imagine alternate endings, and somewhere along the way, remembering becomes reliving. The event happened years ago, but your body can respond like the conversation is happening tonight. There's another category of nighttime thinking. Not the past, the future. Tomorrow, the meeting, the bill, the appointment, the project, the thing you still haven't done, the 5 things you're afraid you'll forget. You finally stop moving, and your brain starts inventorying everything that remains unfinished. That can create a strange loop. You're afraid you'll forget something tomorrow, so your brain keeps reminding you tonight. But staying awake makes tomorrow harder, which makes the unfinished things harder, which gives your brain more to worry about tomorrow night. That's not a great system, but brains don't always optimize for long-term efficiency. Sometimes they optimize for, do not forget this, and they keep sending the notification until somebody acknowledges it. One thing that can help is very simple. Get the thoughts out of your head, not because writing something down magically solves it, but because your brain may stop rehearsing information once it knows the information exists somewhere else. Keep something near the bed, a notebook, a notes app if your phone doesn't pull you into something else, a small pad of paper, and when the thought comes, write the shortest possible version. Email Marcus, call insurance, project idea, ask about appointment. Then stop. Not, let me begin developing the entire business strategy at 1:14 a.m. No, you're not opening the office. You're leaving a note for tomorrow. And that distinction matters because you're telling your brain, I heard you. This is stored. You don't have to keep reminding me. I heard you. This is stored. You don't have to keep reminding me. Another thing that may help is building a transition before you sleep. Not a perfect routine, not an 18-step wellness ritual that becomes one more thing you can fail at. Just a runway. Maybe 30 minutes where the stimulation starts coming down. Lights lower, work stops, email closes, social media ends. You do something predictable. Shower, stretch, read, listen to something calm. Make tea if that works for you. The exact activity matters less than the signal. We are landing now. And if your brain tends to become highly active once you get into bed, you might move some of the thinking earlier. Give yourself 10 minutes before bedtime to unload tomorrow. What needs doing? What are you worried you'll forget? What's unresolved? Write it down before your head hits the pillow. Sometimes the mind just needs somewhere to put the day before it can release it. Now, this may be the most important part. Nighttime thoughts often arrive with urgency. You need to understand this now. Fix this now. Figure out what that person meant now. Decide what you're doing with your career now. Resolve the relationship now. Plan the entire future now. But I can tell you, nothing becomes clearer because you forced yourself to solve it at 1:30 in the morning. Some questions deserve daylight. That's worth remembering. You can tell yourself, this is real, but it's not for right now. Not everything that enters your mind deserves immediate action. Not every memory needs analysis. Not every worry needs an answer tonight. And not every thought is important just because it arrived loudly. Sometimes a thought is simply a thought that showed up after closing time. Tonight, if your mind starts opening old files, notice what category they belong to. Past, future, unfinished task, fear, idea. Then ask one question. Does this need action tonight? If the answer is no, give it somewhere to go. Write it down, name it, and let tomorrow have it, because rest is not wasted time. You don't have to earn sleep by finishing every thought, and your brain doesn't have to become completely silent for you to stop answering every knock at the door. Some thoughts can wait until morning. If something from today is still sitting with you, drop it in the comments. I read everything. Some of it comes back to the porch. Today's episode is supported by Cloud Microphones, built for voices that have real things to say. cloudmicrophones.com. Thursday, homework, one assignment, one exhausted kid, one exhausted parent, and somehow the whole evening goes sideways. We're talking about homework battles and what may actually be happening underneath them. See you then.